So I decided to take a 10.5-hour train from Sydney to Melbourne. It was a lot cheaper than taking a flight. Even though the flight was 1 hour, the flight was like $900 compared to $78 on the train. The reason I wanted to do that is because I had a potential opportunity to shoot at the F1, and I didn't want to miss the opportunity by not being there. I decided to take the leap, and unfortunately, the leap didn't pay off. I'm now here in Melbourne, money spent, time wasted, with no ticket or opportunity to get into the F1. The first possibility that I have is this car park rooftop. Totally fine for me to be up here, and it has a partial view of the track, which is just there. I mean, it looks very far away because it's on 12mm, but if I put it to 24mm, it's just there. So I could potentially use a 7200 from here and get some tracking shots as they go through the frame, which would look pretty sick. So this is one location. Today is the day of qualifying, so I might return later on to see if this spot is worth it. I'm going to continue a walk around the track to see if there's other opportunities to shoot from outside the track shooting in. Okay, so after a ton of walking around the entire of Albert Park, I couldn't find anywhere to go other than this rooftop. And it's worked out. I can see the cars going past. It's a very limited window, but I'm going to give it a go with the 7200. In order to make this happen tomorrow, I'm going to have 50 or so laps to be able to get the shots that I want. This has been a test. It's also been an eye-opener to how hard it is trying to shoot a car point blank without having any warning. Basically, I have no idea it's coming until I see it. And obviously these cars are going 200 miles an hour. And I've got to think like so fast. So I want to get back home, look at the files, understand it more, and then it'll put me in a better position for tomorrow. I think I can do this. I think it's an impossible shot, but I think I can do it. And if I pull it off, it's going to be one of the greatest photos that I've ever taken in my life. Okay, so I've taken enough practice shots of Formula 2 to give me confidence that I could do it with Formula 1. It's still going to be a very challenging shot, and what I'm realizing is obviously because I want to get that longer shutter, so I'm looking at 25th of a second for the shutter speed, which is actually really difficult to shoot in any way, like normal panic shots. You should be matching the speed of the car or the vehicle of whatever you're shooting. I want to get that so that I have this natural blur, so everything else is blurry but the car is crispy in focus. And I nailed one, and I'm going to have 2 hours to shoot the F1, and we'll see if it works. Right, in order to get the perfect shot tomorrow, we need to assess what we've shot already. And what I mean by that is, there was a lot of failures just now. I was trying really hard with the Lumix to get it all set up, and I just couldn't get the shot that I want. It wasn't working. So I'm going to assess the photos that I've taken, kind of readjust how I'm going to shoot tomorrow, and tomorrow we'll nail that shot. Because if I nail that shot, I mean it. It could potentially be the best photo that I've ever taken. Because of the difficulty, because of what I've invested, because of the situation, because of how much hard work I've put into this one photo, it could be my best ever. I think actually I prefer what I'm doing in comparison to actually going in. I've had the F1 ticket. I'd feel this kind of like pressure to get these insane shots. Whereas here, I only have this one shot that I can get, and there's nobody else here. I'm enjoying it on my own. It's just me. I'm the only one that's going to have this shot. Whereas if I'm in there and I have a ticket, there's loads of other people that could potentially have the same shot as me. So, potentially this is more you. Honestly, this is the hardest shoot that I've ever done. Like, I don't know if I've got anything worth it. I'm not going to know until I get back. I've looked in the back of the camera, but you never know until you get back, and it's very stressful. That's it. Ugh. Battery's dead. Whatever I've got. I think one of the things to note here is a lot of people would have walked away when they got declined, or they didn't get the opportunity to go and do what they wanted to do. Whereas something that I always try and do is find an alternative. When I get to a problem, I always find a solution regardless of what that problem is. And this wasn't any different. And I found it actually more rewarding going through this process than actually just going straight to the F1. My passion for F1 goes deeper than just taking photos of cars going around a track. Although that's cool, it's a nostalgic thing. I grew up watching F1 with my dad, and it's a fond memory that I have, and ever since I've been able to go to these races or have the opportunity to go to these races, I've always wanted to go. My dad doesn't have the same opportunity. I doubt he'll ever get to go to a race, and for me it's like a way of being able to go for him. So when I get the chance, I go all in regardless of where it is or what the opportunity is. I will always go all in when it comes down to F1. And to be honest, I didn't know if this shop was going to work. During F2, I was being cautiously optimistic because I felt like I couldn't do the shop, but I knew that I could. The Lumix wasn't feeling good in my hand. It wasn't giving me what I wanted. And I don't know what it was, but the next day when I returned, I tried qualifying, and again, it just wasn't clicking together. And during the race, I had the mentality of every single time a car goes past, every single time I hear a car, I'm going to try and pull the trigger. And then what I realized was when I was watching the live stream, I saw that Max Verstappen was 9 seconds ahead of Lewis Hamilton. So when I saw Max go through the frame, I decided to count 8 seconds, and on the 8th second, start panning. Because of how fast the cars are, I should be able to time it correctly for Lewis to go through the frame. And that's when I took the photo that I genuinely never thought I'd be able to take, and it was just out of pure luck, timing, skill, and it's on the screen. This is what I spent 2 days trying to capture. And I'll be honest, I got some other okay shots, but none of them are as worthwhile as this one. This one for me is just the pinnacle of why I do photography. The why I go through all of the hassle, why I go through all of the stress and the pain, because sometimes you walk away with a photo that nobody else can replicate. Yeah, somebody can go there next year, but guess what? I did it first. And that is what I absolutely love about doing what I do. And I want you to go there next year. That is a rooftop that anybody that can't afford a ticket can go on to. You can get a shot because I've done it. And if you ever died yourself, or you get declined, or somebody says you can't do something, fine. But that's not the end. You can keep going. You can keep trying. You can keep going to succeed, because I keep doing that. And I keep getting rewarded in ways that I can't explain. I'm not going to have a look at the hashtag today. It's been an incredible process for this video. I'm just going to leave the shot on my screen. Go out, go create more, stress less, and I'll see you in the next one.